Now we got it. There we go. Whoops.
Oh, I'm back.
Little technical difficulty there, folks. Good evening and welcome to Saturdaze with Mcvay and Jay, episode 3 on this St. Patty's weekend, March 16, 2024. Of course, I'm Jason Canio. My co-host is Scott Seffy McVay. And I was always curious, what's the Seffy for? What does that mean?
Well, I'll explain that real quickly here.
Yeah.
Selfie came from, I've gone to cosplay and do conventions. The very first convention I went to, I cosplayed as Final Fantasy's best known villain, Sephiroth. And he's so cute. As I was going through a line, which had some guests, including an artist here, she did a great signature saying, and a little caricature of the Sephiroth character saying, "Happy Sephi loves you." And I thought to myself, that would be a good nickname to have. And that's what I've gone through ever since. In fact, when I go to the convention world here, that's what my nickname is when I cosplay. There you go.
Happy Sephi. Yep. There you go. Well, he's ready to go. And of course, today our color is green because it's St. Patrick's weekend. And we've got a fantastic interview later on in the program with a great person who's going to be coming on in a little while. So stay tuned for that. It's not me. He was already here last week. As probably many of you know, I should have wore this hat. If I didn't get any comments from last week, I'm very surprised because I'm going to try again with a different character.
There you go.
But tonight's show is an open book, like everything is an open book. Variety shows, it's ready to go. So, what should we start off with first? Should we do the news of the weird?
Why not? Let's do it.
Let's do it. But I got to share the screen because we have to share the screen.
Yes.
Let's see. Okay, Chrome tab. Okay. All right, let's go for it. Here we are. Hey. Okay. Today's first up, we got, of course, the editors at Andrews McNeil Syndication for the week of March 15th, 2024. They come out on Friday. Today's lead story is Creme de la Weird. Creme de la Weird, yes. So, 80-year-old Arthur Jack Sherboth of Vaughn, Montana. I hear a lot of background noise. Is that coming from you?
I hope not. If anything, the only thing might have been my fan, but I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all right here. That's why.
So Arthur Jack Sherboth, he's 80 years old, of Vaughn, Montana, pleaded guilty on March 12th to 2 felony wildlife crimes after the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks conducted a years-long investigation. Business Insider reported that Sherboth was accused of buying, selling, and breeding alternative livestock, such as mountain sheep and mountain goats for captive hunting operations. The 8-year span between 2013 and 2021, court documents said he conspired with others to create a large hybrid species of sheep that would garner higher prices from shooting preserves.
Oh, yeah.
To do so, he bought parts of Marco Polo Argali sheep from Kyrgyzstan to the U.S. without declaring them. I don't even know where Kyrgyzstan is. His other crimes including forging veterinarian documents and shipping hybrid semen to other breeders. He faces jail time, fines, and supervised release.
Yeah. I actually heard a little bit about this story from Stephen Colbert, of all people, and he made this awesome joke. Since they were the Marco Polo ones, he said it was easy to find them. You go, Marco, and they go, oh,
and then the shooting begins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, step up there, Mr. McVay. You're up.
This one's called A Recurring Theme. You ready? It's back. In the waning days of 2020, a tall silver monolith popped up in various locations in California, Texas, Romania, and elsewhere. Now, the Wales Online reports it's back. The 10-foot tall tower appears to be stainless steel, turned up near Hay-on-Wye in Wales back around March 10th. That's when Richard Haynes came across it as he was out for a run. I thought it might be a scientific media research thing collecting rainwater, But then I realized it was way too tall and strange for that. It was yellow, and I imagine light enough for two people to carry it up and plant it in the ground, Mr. Haynes said. Stay tuned.
Well, that's the second week in a row you've talked about a tower, because last week we talked about the girl who got stuck in the bathroom tower.
Pretty much. Yeah, exactly.
Her brother got stuck in the bathroom tower with no windows, and she rigged the door lock. And now you're talking about a 10-foot tall tower. You and your towers, man. It's like, good night.
It just happens. There you go.
It happens, right? This one is awesome.
Got a few of these all done, so you're going to love this one.
When was the last time you were at a Goodwill store, right? Well, I don't know. I it's been months.
Yeah.
I go in every once in a while to see what deals they have on, but the
I
selection.
track every so often too, but there you go. Yeah. It's really neat.
But in this Goodwill store in Dubois, Pennsylvania, workers found a treasure in a box of old Lego pieces. United Press International reported on March 12th, a 14-karat gold Kanohi Hao mask from Lego's
Bionicle
collection. Yeah. Originally priced at Goodwill at $14.95. The piece eventually sold for $18,100 to an anonymous collector. Whoa. We didn't know it was worth anything until people started asking if they could buy it for $1,000, said Chad Smith, who's vice president of e-commerce and technology for Goodwill. Lego created only 30 pieces in gold in 2001.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. We said that at the same time. Wow.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I got another good one here. The LAD Bible reported back on March 5th about two unacquainted Brits who were headed to a holiday in Bangkok, Thailand. Ooh. At the airport, Mark Garland, age 58, of Wiltshire, tried to check in, but the gate staff told him he already had. So after some sleuthing, they realized there was another Mark Garland, age 62, from Bristol on the same flight. And the lookalikes were seated next to each other. As it happens, they live only about 15 miles apart and sometimes ride the same bus. They even have a friend in common. We were so shocked at how strange it was, says the younger Garland. It was crazy. I have never known anything like it, said the older one. I think I've now made a friend for life.
There you go. And they're only 4 years in age difference. That's it.
Yeah, it's pretty neat, though, if you think about it. Plus, only live 15 miles apart.
Oh, boy. That's scary. If you got the same name and but you're 4 years apart, you look alike, and you're not brothers and not related.
There you go. That's good.
Long lost brother from another mother,
Could be, yeah. There you go.
Here's a questionable judgment for you. And it's questionable because, God darn, we don't even know if it's that questionable.
Yeah.
Jacob Wright, 24, Cambry Wright, 19. After they exchanged wedding vows on February 10th, it was time for pictures, Fox News reported. So Jacob grabbed his Apple Vision Pro headset and wore it while the photos were snapped. Jacob said he saw an opportunity to have fun and create a viral moment. I was like, and it'd be such a meme. Be like such a meme. It'd be so funny if we just took some pictures with it on after the wedding. Sure enough, when they posted the pies or the pics,
pies.
It looks like pies to me, but it's pics.
It's pics.
Cambry said she started getting crazy messages. I woke up to 200 plus messages and just random girls telling me to divorce my husband.
What?
But the bride said the photos perfectly encompass Jacob and his personality and what our relationship is like. Wow.
So apparently those headsets made him like a chick magnet. Yikes.
I guess so. Because they all told the bride, divorce him now. So that way we can get him. Yeah, don't think so.
Probably not. No. Okay. We call this one the Bright Idea.
Yep.
Amber Dene Wright of Cape Town, South Africa, has shared a marriage tip on TikTok that otherwise may want to adopt. See, police reported back on March 9th.
That's People.
Oh, yeah, People. That People magazine reported on March 9th. Okay, I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
A video on the social media site showed her husband, Nick, talking when Amber plays orchestra music from her phone. When Nick asks, "What is that? What are you playing?" Amber goes, "It's Oscars music. When the speeches are too long." Nick was taking it well, though. She's been doing this the whole week. Every time I tell a story, is this going to be the rest of my life? One TikTok commenter said, I should use this at work when guys start mansplaining. That's funny.
Oh my!
I
Wow.
can imagine. I can imagine. Here I am talking a story, and then all of a sudden, oh, okay. It's throwing me off. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, there we go. It's time for the field report. Oh boy.
Yay.
New Orleans Police Superintendent Ann Kirkpatrick. I love that last name, Kirkpatrick.
Yes.
Perfect.
Nice.
Told city council members on March 13th that rats had infested the department's building so thoroughly that they made their way into the evidence room and were eating confiscated marijuana. There we go. Remember the last time we had that issue with the rats in the marijuana situation where they were getting, yeah,
it's happening again.
Here we go. These marijuana infested rats, man. They're all high, she says, according to the old Associated Press. The uncleanliness is off the charts, she elaborated, saying the building is full of mold and cockroaches and staff suffer broken air conditioning and elevator.
Well, I think they should go ahead and condemn that building at this rate.
Yeah, you're just throw a nuclear bomb in there and get it over with.
Yeah, I think so.
Nuke the darn thing, man.
Yeah.
Nuke them.
Just go ahead and schedule for demolition. There you go.
Yeah, don't even just confiscate. Just bury the evidence in the ground. It'll find its way to manure eventually.
Yeah. Well, it looks like I got something kind of fun here. This is going to be called That's Disappointing. The Pittsburgh Penguins hockey team plan to provide prize playthings to their passionate patrons on the evening of March 14th. The ESPN reported. Well, okay, that's enough of that. Too many yeah. Okay, NHL legend Jaromir Jagr's bobblehead.
Jaromir Jagr.
Jaromir Jagr, okay. His bobbleheads were promised for the game against the San Jose Sharks, but the cargo was stolen during transit.
Figures.
The Penguins president of business operations, Kevin Acklin, said the team is looking forward to, quote, resolving this theft and delivering the prize Jagr bobbleheads to the rightful homes with our fans, unquote. The hockey great himself said, the legend of Jagr continues.
Well, I tell you, speaking of that, we could build on that story because did you know Philadelphia Phillies are getting rid of their $1 hot dog nights?
Yeah, we did that 2 weeks ago, remember?
Yeah, so here we go. I mean, in Pennsylvania, everything's going down to where these things are just happening to these teams in Pennsylvania.
I'm worried about this coming in a few weeks when they have WrestleMania there.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So the light's gonna go out in Philly. Oh no.
I wonder, so we'll see.
All right, it's time for the passing parade. Dun, 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 dun. Oh no, that's wrong. That's
all right.
March 5th in Green Bay, Wisconsin, a 42-year-old man was charged with battery and disorderly conduct with a weapon after his daughter called 911 saying her dad was naked and had a gun.
Oh, no.
There's the true naked gun.
There you go.
And the smoking gun reported the story.
Uh-oh.
So we got a naked gun, a smoking gun, and the much more compelling backstory about the nuts.
These nuts, Lee Kroll.
The defendant.
That's his name. D's Nuts.
These
Lee
nuts.
Kroll.
Yep. In
Oh,
2011, Derek Lee Kroll, then 29, petitioned the court and paid $164.50 for a name change. Wow. On the form, Kroll, who seems to be spelling challenged, wrote his preferred name, D's Nuts Lee Kroll.
Oh, no.
And said his reason for the change was that I, without a doubt, hate my name. 6 years later, it occurred to D's Nuts that he had spelled the name wrong, and he went to court to change his name again. At his recent run-in with the law, officers noted that he appeared to be intoxicated but cooperated with them. He was released on a $2,000 bond.
Oh, God.
Wait a minute. We have two different stories here.
I don't know.
I know, right?
It sounds like basically there might have been a problem though. Yeah, I think they got split up. But I like the D's nuts guy better. He's funnier.
Yeah, because we went to the daughter, the 42-year-old man, and then we went to the much more compelling backstory about these nuts. I
Yeah,
guess they
there you go. It
uh,
sounds like that Mr. Nuts was also involved in that parade. I wouldn't be surprised, but there you go.
I wonder if he knows. I wonder if he knows the Planters guy.
Oh,
Peanut.
there you go. Well, I got one more story for you here this week on this stuff. You ready?
Yep.
The golden age of air travel. Indonesia's National Transport Safety Committee reported this week that back on January 25th, the Batik Air flight, both pilots fell asleep for about 30 minutes as the
Whoa.
plane flew off its correct flight path. Sky News reported that when the plane carrying 153 passengers and 4 flight attendants reached 36,000 feet, the 32-year-old pilot asked his co-pilot to take over while he rested. But the 28-year-old, whose wife recently delivered twins, also nodded off. And the plane flew itself for 241 miles before they woke up. Thankfully, they were able to get the plane back on the flight path and land safely in Jakarta.
Oh my God.
Well, that's one heck of an air detour. The
You
funny
know,
thing is, did the passengers even realize they were sleeping this whole time?
no, because that door is sealed for the pilot's cockpit and everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
And all I gotta say is these nuts are made for walking, and that's what they'll do. And one of these days, nuts
Oh,
are gonna walk all over you.
okay. Boo, boo, boo. Okay.
And that is it for the news of the weird. Oh my
And
goodness.
this week's news of the weird is sponsored to you by Swiss Miss Cocoa, now available with Lucky Charms marshmallows. Try it today for your St. Patrick's Day fun. Thank you.
All right. Oh, we've got comments today. Look at this. Oh boy. Let's take a look at the comments. Here we are.
He thinks I was going to talk
Goblin
about Tower
says, hey,
Terror.
yeah, Purple Goblin is here. He says, "What's up? How you doing today?" Well, we're doing fine, Purple Goblin. What kind of sheep play Marco Polo even? Sheep can't be that smart. No, you're right about that. There are some dumb sheep out there.
Yeah,
Why do you think the
exactly.
shepherd has to go and get a sheepdog half the time, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Next, Scott is going to talk about Disney's Tower of Terror.
I wouldn't mind doing it. I like that ride. I went
Yeah.
on it about 8 years ago. I love that ride. This is great.
Sounds like Parent Trap all over again. What?
Yeah, with the twins. Remember the near twins. I remember that one. So
Whatever that last word means, even. I don't even know what it
I don't know either.
He
Can't remember
says,
that one.
I actually remember a funniest home video where that happened. A rat stealing a cigar.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about the stealing all that there as well.
Oh,
And
God.
I like this. How do nuts walk?
Yeah. Very carefully, unless
Yeah.
you're talking about the horrible CGI nutcracker.
Ooh, that's bad.
All right. Okay, Scott, do you have anything to share with us as far as weird news?
Well, I got a good news story. How about that? Let me.
Oh, yeah, it's a good news story. You take it
you go.
away.
All right, coming up here, it's where an Auburn student. Let me actually get past the little advertisement here. This story is where an Auburn student will make a 94-foot putt the length of a basketball court and will win a new car. This is in Auburn, Alabama, where an Auburn University student connected with a long-distance shot, draining the length of a basketball court putt on last Saturday to win a car. His Connor Boyle made the 94-foot putt, rolling a golf ball from one baseline of the basketball court through a sign to the opposite basket during promotion in the second half of Auburn's game with Georgia. After the putt, he found the small opening on a sign there that was just at the very end there. And as soon as he did, Boyle raced around the court celebrating while fans erupted and TV cameras showed Auburn guard K.D. Johnson looking from the bench with stunned expression, his mouth wide open. Boyle was the first winner of the promotion this season to win a car from the local Toyota dealership.
There you go.
Now, last year, Craig Noyes, who was a writer at the university student-run site, the Auburn Plainsman, also won a car in the similar contest, back in February 2023. Mr. Boyle is the first student to make the putt and that was also the very first time a student actually made the putt since 2014. So a good 9 years. Go figure there.
Oh, wow.
Now, that's a pretty good story if you think about it. There you go.
All that riding on a car. Most of the time when you get a half-court shot, it's usually for $1 million or something.
Yeah, but this is still a pretty impressive shot, though. I mean, when you're talking about smaller, budget, I think a good car would be, just as good of a big prize if you think about it.
I think you'd be right about it, too. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what do you want to do next?
Well, we got St. Patrick's Day coming up tomorrow. So you know what? I have found some great places to share that love to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. So I'm going to bring up that on the screen here as well. Give me a few seconds.
You do that, my friend.
Yes, I do. We have 10 locations that love to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. First one we got is the good old Boston, Massachusetts here. As you can see, here's a view from one of their awesome parades here. According to the article, Boston will reign supreme as the country's most Irish-American city with the highest percentage of people of Irish descent, according to findings from the U.S. Census Bureau. It probably comes to no surprise as Beantown hosts the country's third largest St. Patrick's Day parade that draws about 1 million spectators every year. Apart from the annual parade, Boston also features an array of St. Patrick's Day events like Irish Film Festival and a 6-day concert series, including the Dropkick Murphys, which is a local Irish punk band, which is really neat.
Irish punky band. Woo.
Exactly. Now, another place you might want to consider if you want to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, Savannah, Georgia. As you can see this picture here, there's an actual fountain that they filled with green water in there as well to help celebrate that at Forsyth Park here. It's a pretty neat idea, though. They also have, and you can tailgate before the historic parade to make that helps make this city one of the most popular places to celebrate your holiday as well.
Mm.
Okay, now here's another one you might consider. A small town of New London, Wisconsin.
I wonder what that guy is thinking hiding behind the tree. Oh, that's the leprechaun. I'm sorry.
That's the leprechaun. There you go, yeah.
That is one weird-looking leprechaun if I ever saw one before in my life.
Yeah, here's the guy. You can tell he's excited to see some people come around.
Is that Jack Black's cousin?
Oh, no. He looks a lot thinner, though. Anyway, New London, Wisconsin is about 40 miles west of Green Bay. It stands out thanks to some great activities during St. Patrick's Day. Leprechauns that can change the city signs to read New Dublin, for example. Locals putting on an Irish funeral parody with mock funeral procession with an antique hearse and even coffin theatrics. Kind of an interesting idea, though. Yeah. Next, of course, we got to talk about Chicago, and they're very well known.
There it is, that green river.
Exactly. That is a big reason thing. In fact, this annual tradition is dated back to 1961 when a gentleman named Stephen Bailey, who was the manager of Chicago's local plumbers union, saw a plumber's white overalls get stained, had stained the perfect shade of green while pouring dye into the river to detect sanitation leaks. Huh. After making the discovery, Bailey suggested, let's just use the dye for future St. Patrick's Day celebrations. Child friend and former Chicago Mayor Richard J. Daley agreed, sparking an annual tradition that continues to this day. In fact, this practice is so celebrated the city's river dye formula is closely guarded secret.
My question to that is, how the heck do they turn it back to a regular? How do they get rid of the dye is the question.
I think they have a special way to take care of that too, though. So there you go.
Without draining the water and to a point where there's nothing in the river?
Maybe they have a special antidote. That's what it sounds like. That's the reason why. That's why the dye formula is a secret. So they got to have an uncoloring secret too. There you go. Okay, next on that, we've got, let's see if I can get the right screen here. Here we go. Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Oh, boy. He's got
this is interesting. Yeah, there you go. Now, this is interesting. Some of the things in Hot Springs you can do include Irish Elvis impersonators. Wow. There's a kissing contest with the Arkansas Blarney Stone and the world's largest inflatable leprechaun. It draws about 30,000 visitors every year, and the parade procession only goes 98 feet.
Wow.
So it's a short parade.
Short parade in a long section.
Another great place, and one I could probably say is really awesome, in northern Kansas City, Missouri.
Close to you.
Pretty close, yeah. It's still about several hours away, but it's still pretty fun. Now, the day before, they have something the annual celebration go by the name of Snake Saturday. That's to honor St. Patrick, who drew the snakes out of Ireland and does all that.
Right. Yeah.
Thankfully, no snakes are really involved, though.
Thank
But
God. Right. Oh
yeah,
God. Unless you're a
exactly.
snake lover and for some reason you're another.
That's okay. But
Yeah.
instead, the revelers can participate in lots of different activities. This includes a charity cook-off and a lad and lassie contest for kids. So probably can see who the best, leprechauns could be there. And a
Mm.
nice 2-day carnival in northern Kansas City there as well.
It's nice to know no snakes were involved, but I tell you what, maybe they snuck one in the chili. You
They
never
might. You never know. Rattlesnake chili would not be a bad idea. So there
Oh,
you go.
tell that to Dukes of Hazzard when they did that. They had the rattlesnake chili cook-off in Dukes of Hazzard County.
Exactly. Hazard County. There you
Mm.
go. Okay. Now, of course, we got to talk a place that you know really well, New
New
York City.
York, yes,
Yeah, it's no shock here because there's lots hours long parade. The
Mhm.
favorite with a lot of Irish culture, the Irish Arts Center annual St. Patrick's Day is open day. That includes everything from tin whistles and tap dancing lessons to face painting and Gaelic football.
And
There
there's
you
also, don't
go.
forget too, you've got the bagpipes. Plus, don't forget to take a trip over to St. Patrick's Cathedral in honor of.
Exactly.
You gotta go to the Irish Mass at 9 o'clock in the morning before you go to the parade. So
Exactly.
Cardinal Tom is going to be there.
All right. Now the next location is a little more also close to me as well. O'Neill, Nebraska.
Hmm.
This is home to the world's largest shamrock.
Ooh.
It's a small town. O'Neill will double in size come mid-March when the shamrock comes around. And once you got your fill of that giant painted shamrock, you can enjoy some of their unconventional St. Patrick's Day events like dodgeball and a hypnosis show. Yeah,
Very nice.
pretty nice.
Like the
Then
dingle bopper she's wearing.
Yeah, there you go. Now, next we're going to Enterprise, Alabama. This is a smaller version of a traditional St. Patrick's Day parade. It's in southeast Alabama, and this small southern town puts on a celebration billed as the world's smallest St. Patrick's Day parade. It has only one participant who dances and sings along the parade route. That's it.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, but at least you know this guy's celebrating, so there you go.
Right.
The last known location I think we can show off today is in good old New Orleans.
It's like Mardi Gras, only for Irish people. But everybody gets involved,
exactly.
whether Irish or not, just like Mardi Gras.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like block parties, parades, the Irish Channel Parade also, which actually features parade participants throwing Irish stew ingredients like cabbage, potatoes, and carrots into the crowd. Kind of like the opposite of throwing the beads in, during the Mardi Gras parade. Here we go. Here's some cabbage. Here's some potato. There you go. Like that.
Let's have mulligan stew tonight. Yeah.
Exactly. There you go.
So that's pretty good.
And that's 10 locations here that can offer some unique places in the, for St. Patrick's Day and all that. If you think about it, there you go.
That is a fantastic trip around the country there. Whew.
Yeah,
I like it. You know what they ought to do is you ought to make that into a Viewmaster,
Nice though. I would like that though. Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, they had that trip around the world for the Viewmaster when he saw those different places. So right now, Scott's Viewmaster basically took you around the country for the Irish hangout spots.
Yeah. And there's a lot more too. I think, let's see, one thing I did was about a couple of years ago. Went to Branson, Missouri. They have a really nice Irish pub there near downtown, and they had some really good foods and good drink and all that there as well. And I would recommend you can check that out. Another great Irish place I love too, and this is at Walt Disney World, Raglan Road.
Raglan Road.
You know about this so well, though. Yeah, I went there about 8 years ago. Loved it. They had the live music. They had kids who knew how to do Irish dancing, perform,
fish and chips and
all that good stuff. The stews here, the steak was great though. I even got myself, my dad, a mug with our family crest.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, someday I'll show it to you. If you give me several minutes, maybe I can go fish it here while I go while I see what's going on as well there, way too. Okay.
All right, we'll be back.
If you have something to do, I will see you very shortly. Okay, I'll be right back.
All right. And speaking of which, here when he comes back, sky's the limit on which way, Anyways, we hope that you're enjoying it. That we're at the halfway mark right now, and I'll tell you one thing for certain: we are definitely going to be looking at some more great stuff here. And then while Scott's getting his fancy thing here, we hope that you'll continue to support the show and, of course, the David 3000 Network. We thank Purple Goblin and Emu for their continued support. Thank you very much. You are great viewers out there, and we thank you very much for your support. Anyways, also too, to let you know that on tomorrow we've got some recordings for Card Sharks. So if you would like to be a contestant on Card Sharks, we have 2 recordings tomorrow night and 2 on Monday. So I don't know if we have any I think we might have contestants, but if we don't, you're always more than welcome to come and join us for the game show recordings. It should be fun. And then basically, like I said, just keep watching the show. We have, of course, DMS 3000 News Monday through Friday this week. We're going to be definitely talking about Palm Sunday. It's coming in this whole week coming up. And, of course, our colors for next week's show will be red to honor Palm Sunday weekend. I think Scott is coming back.
Yes, I am. I am back here. Okay.
Okay. Let me get myself back out of the solo layout, and there you are.
And here is our official family crest on a mug that I got when I was at Raglan Road.
Yes.
As you can see, the Mcvay family crest involves knights, blue, gold, and lions. That's really nice. So there you go. That is our official family crest there as well.
Now, Mcvay, I know that's very Irish, right?
Yes, it is, though. Yes.
That's how far back does that name go back?
I'm thinking we probably go at least to the 1500s, maybe even before that. But I'm thinking maybe even before that. I have not actually seen the actual heritage as much, though. But from what I noticed, I got the my dad actually has a similar wall hanging that has this similar crest, a very similar same crest on here, but basically the description of the family name, not so much about the year and all that there as well.
Well, it's interesting. I was just looking at some of the things. I found some Irish last names we can take a look at.
All right.
Let's take a look at those right now. I'm going to kind of move them over here, and then I'll share the screen with you. I think I can. Can I share 2 screens at one time? No, I can't.
All right, you can do one at a time, but there you go.
Gotta share one screen. Of course, our Bizarre Foods is going to be coming up later in the program. And don't forget our interview program, too, with a very special guest.
I saw we had another comment here from Emo Inuyasha. He says, all right, and here are the 2 potato heads, Mr. and Mrs.
Well, here are some famous Irish last names, and we've got a whole bunch. Wow. So let's take a look at Connor's first. The Connor last name means hero or champion. The O'Connor family was one of the 3 royal Irish families. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Derived from Hobhair.
In Gaelic.
Hobhair. What the heck?
Concobar.
Descendant
there you go.
Concobar.
Yeah, there we go.
Lover of hounds. The O'Connors. Okay.
Yeah, very similar to that.
Yeah, the surname has been very well documented throughout history and comes from the name Concobar, meaning descendant of Connor. Wow.
Yes. And according to this last one I see here, it says the appealing name from the King of Ulster in Irish mythology, actually, is what it says here.
Wow. It's got several different meanings.
Yes,
next one is Sullivan.
Yes.
O'Sullivan. Yes.
Yeah.
Richard O'Sullivan.
Come from the Gaelic name O'Sullivan.
Sullivan clan were descendants of the Egonacht.
Elgnacht.
Sounds like a Star Wars thing.
It kind of did, but that's how Gaelic was. So there you go.
Yeah. Translates to descendant of Sulaban. Am I pronouncing
that? Was dark-eyed. Yeah, Sulaban meant dark-eyed here, according to this page right here, as I see here as well.
And there's also another one. Sullivan is a jaunty Celtic 3-symbol name with a real twinkle in its eye.
Yeah.
I thought that said Twinkie.
No, not really, though. No, if it was a Twinkie, it'd be a lot longer, it'd be a lot softer.
And then they've got Burn.
I've heard of Burns before.
But not George Burns, not that Burn.
Yeah. The Gaelic is a Brun.
Yeah,
This meant descendant of Bron, where
originally,
Bron was raven or crow. Correct.
yeah. Yeah, this one with this. Yeah, not too many Burns I know out there, but there's like Burns and Allen, but that's George
No,
Burns.
no,
See,
I was thinking David Byrne. Actually, it was
David Burns.
the lead singer of Talking Heads.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Here's a great one. I know a lot of Fitzpatricks out there.
Yes, there you go.
Fitzpatrick is the 60th most common Irish family name and the only Irish surname with the Norman French prefix Fitz, meaning
Yes,
follower of St. Patrick. So if you're a
yeah, there you
Fitzpatrick
go.
out there, your last name, you basically are St. Patrick. You're a follower.
Yeah, McGrath also is that way too there as well.
Ah, McGrath.
Hmm.
Oops. Wait. Oh,
That's okay. Mhm.
let me see.
I see even Brennan and Kennedy. Kennedy's a very popular Irish last name though. Collins,
Here's
Collins,
Collins. Oh,
yeah,
Christ. Yeah, originated in Limerick, though. After the Norman invasion, they fled to Cork.
yeah,
Yeah, maybe Collins may be a Viking name from the Old Norse, meaning dark. It derived from Colleen, meaning darling.
It also could come from the original Gaelic word "calian," which means whelp or young offspring, or
Hmm.
young dog like a puppy.
Yeah, and let's see. Well,
That's probably
Smith.
why we get border collies. There you
I
go.
didn't know Smith was an Irish last name. It's the most popular
I
last name in the
guess. Well, remember all of the England, which for a while, did include. Well, I guess with Northern Ireland being technically part of Great Britain, though I guess it makes sense that some Smiths would migrate over to to Ireland actually. So there you go.
It's true. But Smith is the most common last name that, that's in there. Of course, John Smith, you have for John and Smith are the common
Mhm.
first and last names. And then
Yeah,
they've got O'Neill, like Ed
yeah,
O'Neill.
yeah. I
Albert.
remember him.
Yep.
Descendant of Niall. That's what it is.
Yep. Perhaps one of the most famous Gaelic surnames worldwide.
Yeah.
Yes. But there's one missing there, and I'm surprised we don't see it. And that's McDougal.
Yeah, that's true though.
Why
Yeah.
they don't have McDougal up there?
Yeah, that's true though.
Okay, here's a question people have asked. What is a very Irish last name? Common is Murphy, Kelly O'Sullivan, Walsh,
Yeah. That
Smith,
was the O'Sullivans. Yeah, that's pretty popular to
the
see as well. That way.
O'Sullivan. Yep,
The
that's for sure.
Connors, you could tell they're the O'Briens. There you go.
Well, the Connors would be basically like Roseanne. Roseanne.
Exactly. Yeah, like that. A lot of them we actually had either the O's here. It's actually definitely a part. It's kind of like the going to the sons of and all that there as well. Similar to the MCs like the Mac, like I do in my last name though, for example.
Yeah, I don't know too much about that, but yeah, McDougal is one I think is so funny because it's
Mhm.
like McDougal, McDuff.
All
Yep.
that good stuff. There you go.
That's right. And speaking of which, I think our interviewee is coming up soon.
Yeah. I actually need to use the restroom, so I'll be right back. Okay.
All right, we'll take a break on that one. He'll go ahead and shut his cam off if he wants.
Yeah, go ahead. I probably don't want to see me use the restroom. Okay.
No, we don't. Yeah. Oh, he says, yeah, here is John and Smith. Yeah. And
Yeah, exactly.
then
Yeah.
I guess the Irish will love Pocahontas.
Oh yeah. I wondered if they were going to do that or not. But there you go.
Pocahontas would just die for Captain John Smith,
Yeah, I think she did, unfortunately. So yeah, but it's all right.
Well, you gotta stop your cam. I cannot stop.
Yeah, hold on. I'll be right back. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
Okay, so while he is out there once again going to the little men's room and getting ready for the interview of the day, we want to thank, of course, all of you guys out there watching the show tonight. And of course, keep in touch here. If you have not subscribed to the David 3000 Network, what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for us to tell you to subscribe? Do we have to have a pledge drive for that? Do we have to stoop that low to get you to come in and do this? No. All you got to do is click that subscribe button, hit the like, give us a thumbs up, make a comment. We got several comments in the chat for here. But of course, you can always comment at any given time, giving your great opinions, so long as it's clean. And that way we can have great interaction and great conversations. Talking Irish today, folks, because it's St. Patrick's weekend. And why not, right? Because in this case, you never know what's going to come up when you do. So up and next, and we're going to have the interview. And then, of course, continued look at the 30 bizarre vintage recipes that even your grandmother would have probably cooked back in the 70s or the 60s for that matter. So we'll see what happens here. All right. We've got.
Am I on yet?
Oh, there's Fergus O'Hara.
Hello there. How's it going today, my ladies?
Oh, it is great to have you here on the show tonight.
I'm glad. Thank you.
Did you see? I guess you saw Scott on his way to the bathroom, huh?
Yeah, he's just passed me over on the way over, but he should be fine here. I think I'm gonna do a little extra, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
Well, did you notice the box of Swiss Miss Cocoa there with the Lucky Charms?
I did, though. That almost sounds very interesting. That might get a chance.
They're magically delicious, and also got a nice tint of chocolate for you as well, too.
That too, and also Lucky Leprechaun. I think. Yeah.
So my first question is, what part of Ireland are you from, or are you living in the States now?
Well, I actually used to come from Cork and all that. There is a pretty nice place, though. I did go visit Canada before I decided to come to the United States, though. You know why I went to Canada?
Oh, no, why?
Well, it's simple. I saw a sign that says "Drink Canada Dry," so I tried it. Didn't work.
You were going to say something about a moose because
no,
you're the Canadian.
You know no, not really. No.
Moose meat and Mounties. You know, it's something of the sort. You know.
Right.
But fitting for Patrick's Day weekend too. I mean, what is your favorite dish?
Well, of course, I have always been a fan of the shepherd's pie, of course. But I also love a good braised lamb as well, too. They're so tasty there as well. And you have to have a good pint of Guinness, of course.
Of course. And the mulligan stew as well, too.
Exactly. Yes. There you go.
Mulligan stew. But I guess a lot of people think the corned beef and cabbage, we always associate that with St. Patrick's Day. But is that in Ireland?
Sometimes you can, yeah. I mean, it is very popular among us too, though. Especially when you get a good corned beef. I mean, it's really tasty and tender that way too.
Yeah, the only corned beef I saw was on a Reuben one time.
There's a difference. There's a major difference there.
A major difference on taste and texture too. Because I'm not a big sauerkraut fan at all. I don't like it.
I've heard that Mr. Mcvay does like sauerkraut, of course, but that's okay.
He is. He does for sure. And so now, have you had any good luck with 4-leaf clovers in your time?
I've maybe one or two so far, but then again, there's also times when I've actually dropped my 4-leaf clover, and then I actually got bad luck on top of that. There, so I remember once I walked under a ladder and I broke a mirror, and the next thing I knew, I was married to my girlfriend.
You married
the 7 years of my life.
You really dream it that badly. Wow. And of course, there's a great song that goes with it. When Irish eyes are smiling.
Yes.
And Danny Boy, of course.
Tears me up every time I hear those songs. There you go.
Oh, so everybody starts smiling like that, huh?
Yeah.
Never trust an Irish guy who's smiling because he's probably had too much to drink, right?
Sometimes that is so too. In fact, it's been said that it takes 10 minutes to walk to the bar, but it takes 2 hours to walk home.
There you go.
That's right.
For sure. Have you ever seen the old soap opera Ryan's Hope before?
Oh, gosh. We probably got to see some reruns of that back in the old country, though.
It
was okay, though, yes.
Yep. It's the story of an Irish man and his wife who basically run a pub in New York City. Yes. And it's basically the Ryans. And, of course, they sang Danny Boy on there. They kept to the St. Patrick's Day festivities, and
they always did.
Really did. That was one of the probably most common soap operas of Irish tradition.
Yes, exactly. Though, yes, and of course, probably one of our favorite Irish imports is Mrs. Brown's Boys. Though that is one of the funniest comedies you can see. And there you go.
Well, it's probably like one of those UK shows, like Are
It
You Being
was
Served, huh?
similar to that, but it's definitely all Irish. I can tell. It's got a lot of good humor in it there as well.
Nice, nice.
Mhm.
So, how is the weather back in Ireland these days?
Ah, similar to what we have almost anywhere else around the world, though. So far, last I know, we've had a good winter here and all that. Just a little nippy and chilly, though. But can't wait for spring to come and bring about a beautiful new shamrock fields and all that there as well.
Hmm. Are there still a lot of sheep herders out there these days?
Several of them. Yeah, I think we've got. It's not as many as once you would think there were once upon a time, but it's getting there as well. So there you go.
I always was my dream of my one thing I had a dream about one time was there was a shepherd who actually raised green sheep. I don't know if that ever happened.
I'm not sure. Only the way you can get green sheep is you dye them in the green colorings for the
That's
hail.
right. Yeah, you put some of that. You put a bunch of shamrocks on them, and
There you go. There you go.
darn sheep's looking around going, no.
No, no.
I've heard of soda bread. That is a very interesting,
is
delicious
very
bread.
yes.
Good for dipping and getting those great stew juices.
It is a very good way to help calm one's stomach whenever you have a
Oh,
stomach.
really?
There you go.
Yeah, I guess it's too much drinking too much Guinness gets you to
Exactly. Well, you got to find a way to sober up somehow, ladies, right?
where you do it with Bailey's and Bailey's on the
Oh
rocks.
yeah, good Bailey ice cream, of course. Yeah,
Oh, I
I have
love
that
it.
Irish coffee in the morning sometimes.
I love a good Bailey's on the rocks for an after dinner drink. If I've had a great meal, yes, even me being an Italian boy of descent, I can honestly say I love Bailey's Irish cream and mix
Nice.
it with a little Kahlua and do a
There we
half
go. That's a good
50-50.
choice. There you go.
Bailey's and Kahlua on the rocks with some whipped cream and a little bit of chocolate drizzle.
Of course, that makes it just so tasty.
So tasty. It's like a kicked up yoo-hoo.
Mhm. Exactly. Yes.
So how's the wife and the kids?
Oh, doing pretty good though. That could be better though. Right now, they're adjusting to the United States very well though as well.
There you go. That's great. And
Mhm.
do you play the bagpipes?
No, that would be if you were some Scottish. I've
Oh,
never been in much of your player though, and all that. There, I tried me hand at the piano years ago, but I just couldn't carry a tune too well.
oh. Well, hey, not everybody can tickle the ivories and still get away with it.
That'd be true. That's true.
But I hear that even though the bagpipes are Scottish, a lot of Irish people still have it. They have it at the Paddy's Day parades.
They still like to do that. We still like to have our traditions as well. Like I said,
Yeah.
it's an okay instrument in my opinion. But there you go.
Any good Scottish jokes? Not Scottish jokes, Irish jokes you've heard of before.
I got some good limericks, but I don't think I can say them on the air.
Limerick is always as good as anything else. Well,
Exactly.
Fergus, we appreciate you coming down here today and taking time out of your busy schedule to
All
join
right.
us on Saturdays.
All right.
And we
Thank
hope you
you
have a
very
safe
much.
trip back.
I shall. You have a wonderful afternoon and happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. And there you have it, folks. Fergus O'Hara. He is a great person indeed, and he's going to be flying back to Ireland to go back to his wife and kids and raise some more sheep while we're at it as well, too. So while we're waiting for Scott McVay to come back from smoking in the boys' room,
Yeah. Hold on. Let me get the camera back on. Hold on. Gotta zip my pants up. There we go. There we go. We're back.
there we go. He's back.
Hey, I got a visitor I want to show you here. Come on over here, Poppy. This is my parents' dog. Come on, Poppy. Come on. She's probably too a little nervous, but let me see if I can get her on this camera. Give me a few seconds here.
Come here, doggy.
Again, right be back. Oh, she's right at the door. Come here, girl. Come on. You want to see on camera? Come on. Ta-da! Here's Poppy. This is my parents' little Maltese-esque dog here. We got her several months ago. She's just a cute little girl. Yes, you are. She just loves to make
she's
it
giving doggy kisses. Yum, 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 yum.
Little Poppy is such a cute girl though. Today, I had to babysit her while the parents are out on their little thing out there today. So I'm just keeping an eye on her. Go here, this way.
She's a little bit like wild tonight for Saturday.
Well, that's how she is, though, a lot. She's
Yeah.
very affectionate, very active, and all that there as well, too.
How old is she?
Less than a year old. I
Oh,
think
she's
we're
still a
getting around
puppy.
maybe
Yeah.
about 10, probably 10 months, I'm guessing, give or take.
Oh, she's still puppy. She's got puppy
Yeah,
everything on her. Yeah.
exactly. So there you go.
All right. Well, Emu says my McDonald's has Shamrock Shakes and Shamrock Oreo McFlurries.
There
There
you
you go.
go. Now,
Maybe you
one
should.
thing I love those things, and now I also love to go to the coffee stores that are in the area here. We've had a really good blended mint chocolate, green mint drink that came out here. So
Mm,
also similar to a leprechaun shaker, very similar to that though as well. So really good.
yeah. Well, like a grasshopper milkshake or something.
Exactly, it's basically what it is. Though. So there you go.
All right. Well, speaking of grasshopper milkshakes, man, we're ready now to go to our bizarre foods to wrap up the
Oh
program.
yeah, let's continue this
Time
craziness.
to end on a happy high note. As you remember from last week, we did the lime cheese salad.
Yeah, which was actually been perfect for tomorrow if you think about it. So there you go.
That's very green and very Irish. I mean, I don't know how much more you can get.
Exactly.
You might put some stew in that if you really didn't want the seafood.
Well, you'd have to get a nice bowl that would actually separate to keep the jello from melting. If you think about it, there you go.
That's true if it is everything. And now it's time for the next one up on our list. It's called Celery Victor. What the
Okay.
heck? Oh my
Wow,
goodness.
that's different. It's like
That
it's yellow.
looks like a Reese's peanut butter cup in celery form.
It looks like what they did was they marinated and soaked the celery here to turn this beautiful yellowish color, though, it sounds like.
Or they added yellow 5 to it, possibly. But let's see.
Maybe.
There's an actual recipe. It says 1 bunch of celery, 1 cup of water, 1 beef bouillon cube. That probably
That's
is.
where it comes in, yeah.
Oh, the 4th cup of low-calorie Italian salad dressing and pimento strips.
Okay, that makes sense then, okay?
Okay. And where does it? So let's see.
So you trim the roots. Here we go. You heat water boiling, dissolve it, and then you add in the celery so it cooks the celery into the flavor into the celery. Though it makes sense.
Yeah, cooked celery does change color. It goes from a green to a yellow.
Yes, it will. Yes.
And then you pour the salad dressing over 2 cans of celery hearts drained and 2 medium tomatoes. Tomatoes, I love it.
I think this is an alternate method, but it works really good too there as well.
Yep. Well, there you have it, friends. Celery Victor. Now we look at ham and lima bean sadness casserole. Oh, Jesus whiz. Oh, Jesus whiz. Wow.
That's worse than a fruit cake. Oh, my gosh.
Remember that vegetable cake we showed up?
Yeah, that was last week. Oh, my God.
The vegetable cake was that terrine. Here's another terrine.
Basically, now this time you add meat and cheese with it.
And lima beans for all you lima bean
Exactly,
eaters.
yeah.
Okay, now get ready for this one. This was funny. I saw this at the beginning of before we went on the air, and I thought Scott's gonna love this, but he said no, don't show it until it says this is the crown roast of frankfurters. You ready for the picture?
Yes, let me show
Here it is.
Nice. And there's sauerkraut on top. Oh my gosh.
The crown roast of frankfurters. Yes. I wonder what they garnished it with little
it's like little strips or something. Let's see. Is there a listing of a recipe on this?
I don't know.
No recipe. But it looks like it's really interesting though. I like to say if you get a good cooked one, and that'll work great. I love the idea of the broccoli florets on the base there. It's really
I was wondering what they garnished it with. Yeah, it was broccoli.
That's broccoli, yeah.
So cabbage or coleslaw or sauerkraut with some like roasted peppers.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, red roasted peppers. But boy, I wonder what kind of are they using Vienna hot dogs or something?
I think it is though. It's either that or good all beef hot dogs. There you go. Yeah.
Well, forget about little smokies. You can't use those things.
No. Unless you want very miniature versions.
I don't know what that looks like. It looks like a pair of feet. It looks like a pair
of feet. It looks a lot like if you were going to make yourself a squid, based garnish or something like that. There you go.
Oh my God. Okay. Next up is Philadelphia cream cheese. It's a salad. It's a dessert. It's delicious. The frost on the melon is the world's most famous cream cheese Philadelphia brand.
Okay. So, wow. So that's a melon, and then they put a Jello salad inside of it. Wow.
And then they frosted with cream cheese.
Yeah. Have you noticed that cut slice
Frosted
now makes it
honeydew.
look like a big eyeball?
Yeah, it's called frosted honeydew. That's
Oh,
what
yeah, that makes
that's it.
sense.
It's
Huh?
not that's the melon they were using,
Yeah, that's
honeydew.
the main one though. Yeah, it sounds really good though, as well though too.
On a bed of lettuce. I mean, you
Yeah,
get a nice
just slice
romaine,
that beauty. You got yourself something you can serve on a plate. That looks really good for a salad, like a fruit
and it's all
salad.
chilled. You don't have to cook anything. Nope.
Exactly. That would good.
You refrigerate it for a few hours.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go with another ham dish. Ham in aspic. What
Okay.
the hell?
Oh God, here we go with the jellied foods again.
And the peas are lining. Look at the peas, how they're lined like
and
this.
the olives, yeah, and the green olives. Oh my gosh.
Oh, the green olives standing out like eyes.
Yeah, just about
Oh,
exactly.
those are
Like,
pimentos.
yeah, those are pimentos with olives inside. Yeah, there you go. So it's
Right,
a
yeah,
bomb
that's
combination of the two.
the red peppers, yeah.
Yeah, there it is. It's a combination of the two. There you go.
Yeah, you cut
But
them in half and, let me see if there's a recipe for that.
not
No.
this one, no, but that is different. And it looks like the base here is more crumbled gelatin. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, or it could be just, like orange ice.
Could be either one, but I
Maybe
think it's
just
more like the
ice.
gelatin.
They could, like, do a syrup with it or something. The
Yeah,
ham
you
is
probably
here
could
at
though.
the bottom. Okay, next up is the tuna mold in the shape of a
Oh my gosh.
This was a funny one. I mean, if you really want to surprise your friends with a mold of a fish,
There you
and
go.
here's your tuna fish with the mayonnaise right next to
Yeah,
it,
with A1 sauce.
and A1 steak,
And here's
and
the
you get a
coupon to
mail-in
get the
coupon.
fish mold. There you go.
Yeah, it's a tuna fish mold. That's what it is.
Isn't this what you would get if you decided to get fake fish and all that there as well?
I guess it looks like a pate. I mean, you
Yeah,
serve
it does though.
it's on a
Exactly.
bed of cucumbers or zucchini,
Yeah, it's cucumber. There
served
you
with
go.
lemon wedges. I mean, perfect. I mean,
Yeah,
what we
and
do
again,
with
and,
lemon.
and I was going to
Yeah.
say, there's another olive with a pimento in it for an eyeball. There you go.
And you serve it, yeah, right. And I guess
Mhm.
they were using like zucchini strips for the
I
maybe they
think so.
stuck the green part of the cucumber.
I think that's what it is. A little bit of cucumber rind.
Yep. But you serve it with lemon and you
But
put.
what surprises me is using the A1 steak sauce. I would never think to put A1 with my tuna.
I don't think so either. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
I know.
I mean, I can't understand that. But yeah, if you want to get the terrine, you get the tuna fish mold. Well, there you
There you
go.
go. Here's a coupon to you to mail it in. There you go.
Yeah, I think we have time for one more. And this
Yeah.
is potato.
Oh, we lost the picture. The picture
Not
didn't work.
really. No, I got to do this. So this is
Okay.
potato fudge, folks, and I'm not sure what picture. It's the mystery picture. Let's.
Yeah. Maybe we should not know what it looks like. I don't know.
No. Here we go. You ready? One,
Yeah,
two,
here we
three,
go.
click.
Oh, here we go. Oh my gosh.
It's potato
Oh,
fudge.
what the hell?
Oh my
It's
god.
like Nutella with potatoes instead of of hazelnut.
Oh no, it's butterscotch fudge.
That's okay. That's a weird
Kraft's
name for
potato
butterscotch.
fudge. They actually have a fudge for your spud.
Wow. And that's
So
chocolate in this case, though. So there's butterscotch or chocolate. So that's what this is. Would you
wow.
imagine a fudge with your baked potato?
Yeah, kids will want dinner to last all day when you spoon on the Kraft potato fudge.
Really weird.
That definitely looks like something from the 50s or 60s. I'm not really sure.
Definitely, yeah.
I can honestly say for all time's sake, yeah. Oh,
That's
now
almost
here,
like it doesn't even exist. Shouldn't exist, but there you go.
yeah. Here's our what Emu says. Emu says
Crap.
yellow dog food pie.
Yeah, we got that before. Yeah.
He says I'll add to that Reese's combined with a weak pineapple.
There you go.
Oh God, looks like a ham granola bar.
I know exactly.
He goes, oh my God. It
Probably looks like hot
a
dog
hot
cake with
dog
onion and tomato on top.
on top. Yep.
Yeah.
From
And
Kraft.
finally, from Kraft, WTF.
Well,
Like I
that's
said, potato fudge is just one of those. Are you absolutely certain this is not a joke?
I don't know, but there you have it, folks. Oh my God. And we'll look at
Oh.
this more bizarre foods next week. And oh boy, we're up to like we've done 16 so far of the
I think
30.
I'm 17 actually. So there you go.
Well, no,
it was
17 is coming up. That's
Okay,
next.
that's next week.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So we did 9 the week. We did 9 last week. We did 7 tonight.
That sounds good.
It's about an average wise.
I think
So-
so. Yeah.
don't forget to tune in next week. I could tell you that our color is going to be red. We're on for Palm Sunday. We've got another great interview with another, I don't know who's coming on.
We'll find out one way or the other.
News of the Weird will be here, and we'll talk about Palm Sunday and how not on a religious aspect, but what they do on Palm Sunday. But
some important things there, yeah.
Trust me, we're not going to bore you with a long gospel reading or anything of that sort.
Exactly, yeah, there you go.
And we'll talk about some retro toys and games and some other great stuff as well.
Oh, exactly, yeah.
We have a great show here, and we thank you for your continued support of it. And as always, remember, be honest, be real, and keep it simple, stupid. Kiss. That's all I got to say. What about you, Scott?
That sounds like a good idea. And I said, just don't get too drunky tomorrow, okay?
Yes, please be safe and have a designated driver, too. That's for sure. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Love you.
Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Gary Dawson Network for more great content like this one.